Hello, my name is Jordan Parcheski, and this presentation will be talking about my technology integration plan. It is for my integrating technology into the classroom class. So, this first slide is talking about assistive technology. I had to do a little bit of research about what assistive technology is because it's such a broad term. It can be really anything from low tech pencil grips or charts that help students read more easily, or high tech like sophisticated computer programs and things like that. I guess the assistive technology that I'm mostly familiar with is um, word processing, like spell check. I'm a terrible speller, and so spell check comes in handy for me. And I also wear glasses, so glasses are technically assistive technology as well. I couldn't get through the day without them. My degree area is in English. My major is English with a concentration in 7th through 12th education. Um, at the end of my degree, I will have completed 3 years of coursework in English classes at Texas A&M University in Commerce. I'll have 1 semester in education classes and then another semester in student teaching. The student teaching um, will be coming up soon. And I've also tutored a student for the reading thea test, which I had to help her with reading comprehension and test taking strategies. My hobbies include reading, spending time with friends, and watching movies. I don't have a lot of free time, so I don't have time to pick up a lot of really new hobbies. I mostly just do classwork, and when I'm not doing classwork or taking tests or studying, I'm just kind of relaxing with my friends or reading. Um, I think that technology is really important to engage students because that's what is really going to help them be in the 21st century. It helps to diversify the curriculum as well, and it makes lessons a lot more interactive and engaging for students to pay attention to. And I believe that each lesson should incorporate technology that motivates students to participate because that's what is really being looked for in classrooms today. Okay, so the most important consideration when trying to integrate more technology into the curriculum for me is limiting the amount of distractions caused by technology in the classroom. So I've noticed that a lot of students are more distracted with technology than they are being helped by the technology. So I think that if you have a strong plan as a teacher to limit the distractions caused by technology, the learning will be a lot better in the classroom. My favorite educational theory is Reconstructionism theory. It was developed by Theodore Bromeld, and it emphasizes addressing social questions in the classroom to create a better society. I think this is really important as a teacher because we need to have our students thinking about important social questions and how to improve society. Because ultimately, we need to have our students graduate as a fully functioning members of society ready to take on the social problems being faced by today's youth. The teaching method that I learned about this semester was bell ringers. I learned about it in my secondary education 300 class. I really like this one of the strategies because it really gets students engaged from the minute that they walk into the classroom. So the students know exactly what they need to do as soon as they walk into the classroom. They can sit down and get started on the task while the rest of their peers are coming in and getting started as well. So there's not a moment where students are unaware of what they should be doing at the beginning of the classroom, and it gets them prepared for what they're going to be doing for the rest of the day. And I like the flexibility of bell ringers. You could have them doing a journaling assignment, they could be answering a practice test question, they could be reviewing something that you went over in the last class, or preparing them for something that you're going to go over in this class. So that's why I really like teaching this teaching method. Okay, so changing the culture of schools is one of the best things about technology. Giving technology to students really helps level the playing field when it comes to access to information. So, a student that would naturally have a more of an advantage at school because they have more access to technology and information. Is not going to be ahead of another student because every student is going to have the same amount of technology at home that they can use to access information. I really do think that technology enhances student learning in the classroom. For example, student reflection can be increased by assigning students writing assignments and keeping them in one place. So, whether it be having each student create a blog or a website of their own so that they can upload their reflections and have them all to look back on later. Um, that would be a good way to get them writing creatively and keeping them all in a documented area. The second way learning is enhances in collaboration skills. So there's a lot of apps and different technologies out there to help students work together to work on projects such as research projects or designing ads and things like that, so that they can work together and they can increase their collaboration skills. And lastly, it enhances a sense of community. One of the best advantages is that technology can help students stay connected to each other outside of the classroom. So they don't have to have face to face time in the classroom anymore in order to interact with each other. If they have things that they need to talk about outside of class, they can use technology to get in touch with each other and stay in touch with each other. Okay, so I plan to integrate technology in my weekly lesson plans by assigning a weekly blog update to each of my students. I plan to have my students each create a blog so that they can upload their writing samples to it so that I can go in and grade them. And that way I can see when they turn them in, how long it is, and just make sure that they're uploading their blog updates in a timely manner. I also want to create some sort of social media page so that students can work with each other to increase communication and collaboration in their projects. And lastly, I plan to use presentations that are more engaging and newer than PowerPoint, just to show my students different presentation formats and to increase their engagement in the classroom. And these are my references. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this presentation on my technology integration plan. Thank you very much.